Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with my weekly layout share, and I'm going to have this one in two parts. One is the review of the layouts that I've done in the past week since the last share, and the other one is to go through the layouts that I created as part of the guest design team at excuse me, at My Creative Scrapbook, which is a kit company, and I was working with the October main kit. And I made 9 layouts, and I have kind of talked a little bit about them in different places. I've displayed them kind of throughout the month, but I want to put them in albums, and I don't put anything in albums until I've done a share, so I just thought I'd throw them into this share, and then we can kind of see where I was there. So I'm going to start doing that. I'm joining their design team. I'm a guest designer for November as well, and I've already done some layouts that will be revealed, and I have a video that will go live tonight at midnight. That is my first page for the November main scrapbooking kit at MCS or My Creative Scrapbook. So I'll be doing that. That video is kind of separate from this one. This is all October stuff. Anyway, too much information. Let me start. This was last week's Scrap Squad Sunday, and the original was an amazing page, and you all have heard me say before that Nikki Rowland is one of my all-time favorite scrappers, and so I've gotten a chance actually this week to do 2 of my favorite scrappers, Nikki Rowland and also Rebecca Moore, so we'll see that one towards the end. Anyway, what I liked about this one was this strip of black and white checked paper on the neutral background, and then she has that distressed and on a dark background. Well, I kind of had a dark background, so I actually put that on a white, like real background. And instead of the spider web, I did the inside of a mandala cut file. And this is all, I think the florals are all cocoa vanilla, sun-kissed, and the little chipboard accents are the sunglasses and all of that stuff. That's all from Simple Stories sun-kissed. And these wonky hearts are from Redefined Creative, the cut files from Creative Cuts, and the blue background and these scraps and this wave are 2 different Vicki Boutin collections. And all of the little, the title and the little puffy hearts are also Vicki Boutin. So I'm going to put that one off to the side. This one is one that I did for a scavenger hunt, and these are the scavenger hunt list items, and this is the sketch I used. And there's a video on this if you kind of want to see. It's a fairly long video because I'm doing a hunt for all of these things. But it was really fun. Toothpicks were on the list, a hat pin, there's some tissue paper there, there's a cupcake liner there, puffy, there's a text from a book. That's an old calculus book of mine. So that one was a real, that was a hoot. That was a lot of fun to do. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to put these in the recycle pile. This one was my last load layout, day 31, and I did a kind of a Halloween page. At least there's some pumpkins on it. The prompt was based on Pink Panther, And the Pink Panther is, as you know, a diamond. So I have a couple of little diamond icons over here. There was one here, but it seems to be missing. I might have to see if I can hunt that down. But this is some old crepe paper background. I've got some Dottie About Flair in there and some black and white Halloween pictures. Let me turn that off. A device just came on. And I had it on pause, and apparently if you pause it for long enough, it unpauses. This one was my initial layout for my Scrap Backwards kit for the month of November. The basis of it, Adam Westwood and I are both using the I Am sticker sheet from, gosh, who is that? I think it's Simple Stories. And this is some old Fancy Pants paper. So is this from the same collection. And this is Obed Marshall. So I've mixed in some new stuff with some old stuff. And I love doing that. I just saw a challenge come across today that involves that. And I can't wait to get started on it. So anyway, I love this layout. This is probably one of my favorites. I also threw in some Rosie Studio. This little Rosie Studio here is just perfect for that page. Then, even though I had already started my November kit, I was looking at the baggie that had all the remains of my October kit, and I had this black and white piece of paper, and there was a sticker sheet that said, Our Story. So I kind of went to bed with the idea that I was going to do an Our Story page, and I was going to print the first photo that we ever took together, which was in July of 1981, a month before we got married. And then the last photo that we ever took together, which was on my birthday, December 12th of last year. And so I got up early the next morning and pulled out that stuff and thought, can I really pull this off? And I thought, yeah, a grid is perfect to use up the scraps of the different pattern papers I had left. And I can fussy cut some flowers. I had enough of this floral paper to fussy cut some flowers. And I had this flower, and these three big pieces of chipboard, and this is chipboard as well. And right here, and normally that would be a label, but I put it vertically and put the sticker on top of it and layered it up with a flare. So I'm really happy with this page, and it's going into a frame. It's going to go on my John wall that's over by our shared desk. So I'm going to put that in a separate place over here on the table. This one is the one that I did for the 1500 Subbies Hop for Rebecca Moore, who is also known as Precious Pages Papercraft on Instagram. And this was her original, and I loved it. It caught my eye first because it had those gorgeous fussy cut sunflowers, and they all seem to be facing the sun at different angles, and that's amazing pattern paper, and I want some. So she also used this Tranquil Garden set of sequins from, or sequin mix, which had these yellow butterflies in it. So, not to directly copy, but to be inspired, but to copy some things, I used that same sequin mix, and I used those same yellow butterflies because I just love them. I used all of the ones that were in the packet. And then I mixed in another sequin mix. I think it's called Wonderland. It's one that was designed by Sarah Scraps. And the papers here are from the Bella Boulevard Island Escape collection, and I was given that as it was one of my a part of my fabulous Secret Sister gift from JoJo Kelly at the retreat in Texas that I went to in September. So I love this page mainly because I adore that photo of Barrett, and I think all of these papers and just the design of the page, just kind of, and the fact that that's cut circular, it just really sets that photo. It makes the photo stand out. And I have the little barbecue pit and the lawn chair, all these things that were in the backyard. It was our backyard pool. This next page is one where I did it for Challenge Accepted, and as I announced in the video for Challenge Accepted, Shannon and I are taking November and December off from our regular Thursday Challenge Accepted series. I did this, and I may pop up and do a little challenge that I issue to myself, but I'm not making any promises. And if our schedules mesh, Shannon and I may pop in and do a Thursday. So, but you'll see videos from the two of us in different challenges. I've got a little bead here that has come off or never stuck on, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't want it on the floor. But my challenge to myself was to use some beautiful purple supplies that were sent to me by Gwen Towell, and she sent me the paper that I cut these butterflies from, this background paper, the ribbon that I use. This is this is actually on the paper. She sent the little purple jeweled butterflies there, and I pulled buttons from my stash. I used the piece of paper that I cut these butterflies out of as a stencil, and I threw in some yellow just to kind of perk it up. I've got a ladybug for Katie, and I've got a squirrel for Ava because she's known as Baby Squirrel. She sent me also some ladybug stamps, and in that same set were these little butterflies, so I stamped those with ink that kind of coordinated. I had a couple pieces of cut files, and I have this, JoJo also gave me this beautiful kind of lavender ombre dream catcher, so I thought that, and it kind of, that it's just so cute. I just love it. This is an oddball page, but I love it. So I'll put that there. This was today's Mixed Media Frenzy, and I'm gonna, gosh, the light, that's just not really lighting that up. I'm doing this, and it's dark. But this was done with brushing Distress Oxides and then doing a spritz with some water and a bunch of stamping, and the video's out there. And this is a Bramble Fox title. This is also a Bramble Fox title, and it was just the perfect color. And this photo was from November, so that was good. This was the original that I lifted. So that's all that I did this week. These are the layouts that I made from the October main kit with My Creative Scrapbook. This one actually contains a couple things that were not in the kit. This was done after I had completed all of the submitted design team layouts, and this was done kind of with my leftover supplies. And this one is one without a photo, and it's just kind of a, I did the page kind of as I was embarking on a renewed effort towards healthy eating and activity levels. So And I've kept those up, and I'm seeing results. So these little bows came from my stash, and of course there's a flare there that and here and here that came from my stash. So those were things that were not in the kit, and so that was not a design team layout. Okay, let me. It was I guess that was a Scrap Squad lift. It was day 2, and I might have done that one for Challenge Accepted. This was day 2 of the 12 days of autumn scrap lifts over at Scrap Squad. Okay, these are the design team layouts that I did not have videos for. I did 9 layouts and only 1 had a video. So this one I used a world map stencil that I got from Scrapping Reflections at their retreat, and I used the stamp set that came with the kit. I'll show you the stamp set, and in fact I'll show you what's left of the kit. I have these cut apart tags and this piece of paper. I have these small pieces of paper, including these little pieces that were cut from a cut apart sheet. These were from regular papers. This was from a different kit, so I had actually put it into my stash, but it's from the same collection, so I kind of grouped it there. I have these foam stickers and some more foam stickers, and then I have these stamps. So these stamps I will use the heck out of, and those will go with my stamp collection. These things will work back into my my stash, and I'll mix them up with other things. I may fussy cut that floral out and use it on a page with some of the other. I might fussy cut a lot of stuff out of here. So anyway, now that I've shown you what's left of the kit, I'll show you what I did with the rest of it. So there's that page, and I edited this page or filtered this so that the colors of her t-shirt would kind of fade a little bit. I wanted to still be able to see the smile on her face, but I wanted the Margaritaville t-shirt to fade back because those colors wouldn't, you know, they would kind of clash, I guess, a little bit with this. Not that that orange doesn't clash with some of this, although there are, in one of the stickers there's that exact color orange, which is what I was matching when I picked the Distress Oxide to go on there. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I made a Halloween page, at least I used a Halloween photo with this kind of Thanksgiving-ish collection, and I love this. It's a birthday page for Allie. Her birthday is in October, and so we always have a Halloween party to celebrate her birthday. But it has unusual colors for Halloween, but I think it still works as a Halloween page. This one is a summer fun out by the pool page, and I used the little cut-aparts that had the little 2x2 squares, and I think I've shown that one on maybe a couple times. This one used a bunch of scraps from the first couple pages I did. This one, I really like how these mauve flowers kind of match the shirts that the girls are wearing. And I kind of mixed up lots of pattern on here. This was taken at the top of Rock City. This one I love. This is, I took a photo of a painting of Stevie Ray Vaughan at a restaurant in Orlando. And at John's direction, he said, why don't you take a picture of that and maybe filter it a couple times and put it on a page and see if we can find a photo from when we saw him at the Dome when he did the national anthem. And sure enough, there's that photo of him doing the national anthem at the dome. This is him right here, kind of leaning over that kind of hunched back that he had when he played his guitar. And there's his band, including his brother. And I did an SRV with the stamp there for him. But I just kind of used a conglomeration of embellishments that had just generally nothing to do with the storyline, but which made kind of a scene in which these photos, they're on their sides, but I think they worked better that way. I tried them the other way, and there you can kind of see his face a little bit better. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it again. And here's one that is one of the later ones that I did, where I just kind of, and I used I don't have it here, but there was a sketch that Lisa Sikorsky did that had tags coming out, so I just fussy cut or fussy cut tags from a cut apart sheet that was in the collection, and then kind of added it in. And I just love that little toothless grin from Ava. So those are the pages that I made with that kit, and I think that's not a bad a bad collection of pages from a single collection kit. I just loved it. And you know me, and you know my bright colors, and you know kind of where my heart usually lies. I'll be honest, when I looked at this collection, I wasn't sure that I could make it work for the kinds of pages that I do. But I just considered that a challenge and just kind of went with it. And I absolutely love these pages. I wish I'd made more videos as I was doing them. And I've just, with the November kit, and I won't reveal to you right now what it is, I want to make sure that that Pam has revealed it on Instagram and in the blog before I say anything. But I have made 4 pages from it, and I'm thinking I'll be able to do maybe even more than 8 from that kit. So I'll kind of try to be fitting those in and doing those in between. And I generally do only one tutorial or video for the design team, and for this kit I may end up doing at least 3. I've got some ideas there. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'm going to get all these in albums or frames, as the case may be. And I will see you next Friday. As for spend, I spent absolutely nothing. I'm still waiting for my big, the money that I spent many weeks ago. They had some trouble stocking a couple items, and I just told them to hold until the last things come in, and they haven't come in yet. So I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine. I am not, I do not have a shortage of supplies around me, so there's plenty to work with, and it doesn't bother me to be late to the party scrapping with these particular collections that are coming in. So I'm okay with that. Right now, I'm getting ready to gather supplies for a page that's going to go in this frame, and it's going to be a gift for my sister, who absolutely loves penguins. So I've got this penguin right here is going to make his appearance on the page, and I've got some others that I'm going to I've got Ava made a little sculpture of a penguin. I'm going to print photos that I took of that, and I'm going to arrange things around in this around this cut file, and have a photo right here of John holding the penguin that he got as a Christmas gift one year. And I'm sure Patrice would prefer getting the penguin itself. I'm not quite ready to give it up, but I'm going to give her a picture of it. So that's kind of my next big project. So I'm going to go put things away, and I'll get started on my next project, and I'll see you next time. Bye.